My dad has been married to my stepmom for like coming up on 20 years. So it's been a while. And she's, a person I have a relationship with. And I just kind of know all these things about like when my parents got divorced and kind of why they got divorced and things that happened back then that like I know he's lied about to her.
For 2 decades?
I mean, yeah, I think that like after they got married, she's a very, faith-based person. And so he has become a person of faith. And so for a long time, I just assumed, he's not lying. He's not doing that kind of stuff anymore. But
yeah, because people of faith never lie.
Right. Well, of course. Yeah.
They always tell the truth.
Right. I would just assume that he was being honest, or maybe she didn't know everything, but it wasn't a lie that he was telling. But the last couple of years, there's been a few things that like, I know he's telling her lies, or the things that he's saying are lies.
Have you confronted him about it?
No.
Why not? Why not?
I was figuring you were going to ask me that. When I was younger, I probably asked him some things, like when I was a teenager. And of course, he's a pretty smooth talker. So he can he would always kind of wiggle his way out of questions he didn't really want to answer. And I was kind of, I'm the kid, he's the dad. It's not my job to tell him like how to be a better person or whatever. So whatever. And so the answer is no, I haven't questioned him, but I also feel like even if I did, that what he would say to me would probably be lies. And then if I said like, oh, well, this is what I heard from mom, and he'd be like, oh, well, that's stuff between me and your mom, and we should, and she shouldn't be talking about stuff like that.
How old are you?
I'm 40.
40, okay.
Yeah, and so he's been married to my stepmom for a long time, and and so I knew stuff too when my parents were getting divorced. Of course, I was younger and I didn't know details, but like they divorced because of like financial infidelity. And he was like, even at one point they were like franchise owners, and my mom, of course, doesn't know the whole story because she never really got it. But like he was told, you have to leave quietly or you're going to be prosecuted. So
okay.
she, and
so what's your question? Are you asking whether you should tell your stepmom after 2 decades that her husband's been lying to her?
Yes, basically.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I would do this. You're 40 years old now.
Yeah.
40. Say, I'm 40.
I'm 40.
Okay. It's time now. I don't know what kind of hold he has over you.
Yeah.
But you're 40. And you're old enough now to be really quiet and direct and clear and concise.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, I need you to know something. I know that stepmom doesn't have all the information. She's mentioning things the last few years. And it made me realize, she doesn't know.
Yeah.
I need you to know I will never lie to her.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm telling you right now, if she ever asks me a question, I will never lie to her. Just want you to know that. If there are conversations y'all have not had, you should probably have them.
Yeah.
Period. End of story.
Yeah.
And so by giving him notice, which he doesn't need or deserve, but it's not about him, it's about the kind of person you're going to be.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a person who treats everybody with dignity and respect, whether they deserve it or not.
Yeah.
Because all I can control is me. I'm going to let him know, and I'm not going to go tattle on him. I'm not going to go, but if I'm doing something with my stepmom, who I have a 20-year relationship with, and she says, I just can't believe your mother divorced him for no reason, you can say, oh, there was for sure reason.
Right.
It's when he was being prosecuted.
Right.
Right? And so,
but yeah, that's one of the lies I know he's told her. He said he told my stepmom that he divorced my mom because she started dating somebody else, which she did after she'd taken him back like 5 or 6 times after he promised, I'll never do it again, whatever, with money stuff. And so it's all.
I know, but it sounds like you want to tell him.
casual.
It sounds like you want to tell him because he ruined your childhood, and now you're a little bit strong enough to get him back.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't really think of it as he ruined my childhood.
Well, he did. He blew up your childhood. He did.
Yeah, he did.
He totally blew it up. And by the way, that didn't happen in a vacuum. That means he was always lying to you guys all the time.
Right.
He was always shady.
Right.
And he was always a smooth, slick talker. And he's always cheating on your mom. And he's always putting money over here and moving. That's your whole childhood.
Yeah.
But at 40 years old, I'm telling you, the victory you think you will feel after you sit down and your stepmom, and you're like, let me tell you what really happened. I promise you she knows more than you think she does.
She probably does know more than I think she does.
And it's her way of keeping herself able to, she has to create a psychological world that she can live in.
Right.
Right?
Okay, well, can I just give you another example? So, like, we were at...
If it makes you feel better, go ahead.
This is just a good example. We were, like, at Thanksgiving dinner a couple of years ago, and my dad's sister said, hey, whatever happened to that girl that you were engaged to before he was with my mom? And, like, I guess he had never told my stepmom this. She didn't know that he was engaged to somebody else. And he sat there at the table and said, no, I don't remember that. I don't remember that person.
Okay, you just told me another story about how your dad lies a lot.
Right, he does.
I know, but like, what value is it in like just keeping a list that you just tell everybody?
Yeah, I know.
It's a choice for you to just get yourself all ginned up and ready to fight somebody, but there's nobody to fight because you won't fight him. You get what I'm saying?
I totally get what you're saying, and I think I'm usually just like, I know it's not my responsibility, but I don't want to blow up her life or their life for a while and then he'll come up with some stupid lies for what I've said. So it's like, I don't even know if it's worth it, I guess, to even say anything. And at the same time, I feel a little bit like I'm lying to her. Like if my husband had this past, I would want to know.
Okay, but you're not her.
Right.
Number one. Number two, you can be a person who doesn't lie, ever.
Yeah.
And if she says something, if she ever asks you something point blank, or she's carrying on about a story that you kind of think she's also fishing too, you can be a person who doesn't lie. And if your dad calls and says, what did you tell her? Like, Dad, you lied to us your whole life. I don't lie.
Yeah. And
that will probably cost you the fantasy that is y'all's world, which is he won't call you anymore, or he's going to make up lies about you. At some point, you have to unhook yourself and grieve the fact that your dad is not a man of character.
Yeah.
And every daughter deserves to have a man of character that she can anchor into, and you don't have that.
Yeah.
And that's freaking heartbreaking.
Yeah, I do have, other men in my life.
I know. But you don't have your dad.
Yeah.
My daughter has a dad who's a little unhinged. My daughter has a dad who thinks fart jokes are the funniest thing ever. My daughter has a dad who right before she falls asleep and I get home late, I will run in and cannonball on her bed and she'll be like, Dad, why'd you? She does. She has all that. But she has a dad that I know she can count on. Yeah. And she knows she can count on. You don't have that.
Yeah.
Okay, so constantly trying to go back to that well and solve that. At some point, you're going to have to unhook yourself from, I do not care what that man thinks about me because he doesn't get a vote.
Yeah, yeah.
He cashed that vote in when he blew up my childhood, when he stole from my mom, when he cheated on my mom, when he whatever.
Yeah.
And then you have to decide, who am I going to be?
So if I ever, if he's in my presence, if he's saying something that I know is a lie, I should just call him out on it, regardless of the situation?
Yes.
Okay.
Or stop being in his presence.
Yeah.
Why do you keep being in his presence?
Well, I mean, he's my dad, and I do love him still, and...
Okay, but he hurts you every time y'all are around, and he puts you in positions to become a person who lacks integrity every time he's with you.
Yeah.
That's not a good man, because he's put you in a position where his lies force you into a moral dilemma.
Right.
Do I blow up dinner? Do I blow up my stepmom's life? Or do I just go along and become a liar too?
Yeah.
It's not a good friend.
Yeah. You're right. Of course, you're right.
If you're at a bar and one of your buddies gets in a fight, you're a good friend if you stand with your buddy. If every time you go to a bar, that friend gets in a fight, he's not a good friend.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. Absolutely. It's just.
It's
I mean,
hard.
I don't.
It's heartbreaking.
It's hard.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I'll say this as directly as I can. You deserved a better man.
Yeah.
And the only choice you can make moving forward is, who are you going to be?
Yeah. And I know who I want to be, and I want to be a person who's honest. Like, I don't,
Then be that person.
Yeah.
And being that person will come at a great cost to the fantasy that is your family's life.
Yeah.
Make peace with that.
Okay.
Or make peace with being a person who doesn't hang around liars. Or make peace with the fact that I'm going to be a person who just goes along with this lying dude because everybody knows he's lying, and I'm just going to go get another piece of cake and go on about it. Your stepmom knows he's a liar, by the way. She knows.
Oh, I think she does.
Of course she does.
Yeah.
How in the world could you think you know him better than the woman who shared a house with him for 20 years? She knows him. She knows.
I think that is true.
I know that is true.
Yeah.
And maybe it would make you feel better. I wouldn't recommend this, but maybe you tell her, hey, if you ever have questions about the past that you're like, is this true? I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you the truth if you ever want to know. And then you're just putting it on the table and letting her decide, I don't want to know. Or she might look at you and say, honey, I do know.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are, right?
Yeah.
But you need to check your spirit. If this is about retribution or about like, finally, I've got you, like, man, let that go. It's going to be a hollow victory.
Right. I definitely don't want to I don't want to feel like I've won this battle, or it's not really that. It's just, I don't like it in my spirit when I do feel like I'm lying when things come up.
Okay. Then be a person who never lies.
Okay.
And if he starts prattling on about something, you can say, Dad, that did not happen like that. And it doesn't have to be a moment of great, combat. Yeah. It doesn't have to be a big engagement. It just has to be a quiet, Dad, that didn't happen like that at all.
Okay.
And you can go on about your life. And if he calls you on it, you can say quietly, but firmly and directly, Dad, you've lied to us your whole life. I'm a person who's decided I'm never going to lie. I'm never going to be around deception. Ta-da.
Yeah.
And that's you practicing. He doesn't get a vote. Maybe your brother does. Maybe your husband does. Maybe your boyfriend does. You get to decide who gets a vote in your life, and he doesn't get one. And maybe your birth mother does. Maybe your stepmother does. And if that's the case, then I'm going to especially be honest and open and vulnerable with those people because they get a vote in my life.
Right.
But it sounds deep in my soul that you haven't grieved the fact that this is your dad.
Yeah, I think that's probably true.
Will you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Will you write a letter to 16-year-old Stephanie?
Yeah.
And tell that sweet 16-year-old girl who's wondering why her dad is treating her like this and treating her mom like this and treating her siblings like this and blowing up the family in slow motion. Will you write her a letter and let her know this is not her fault? She didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah. Yes, I will do that.
And when you give that 16-year-old girl permission to unhook, to stop trying to live her life, trying to prove to this guy that she's worthy of being loved and she's worthy of being told the truth.
Yeah.
Because it was never about her. Her dad wasn't well, man.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Thank you very much for that input. That, it helps a lot just to, hear what somebody else
You're not crazy.
has to say that's outside of the situation. Yeah. Thank
you're
you.
not crazy. But you can make this thing a crazy situation if you go in there just pulling grenades and throwing them just because you can.
Right.
And what I'll tell you is, if you go into a situation for retribution's sake, or to throw grenades, or because I want justice, you're entitled to it. But you're going to look around at a field of ash, and you will recognize that you went with you.
Yeah.
You'll still be the 16-year-old girl looking around wondering why dad did what he did. You will not feel any better. The path to healing won't be in the grenades. It will be in you looking in the mirror and saying, as for me and my household, this is who we're going to be moving forward.
Yeah.
And that's where you'll find confidence, beauty, power, autonomy, strength. And suddenly this man that you have been trying to get to connect with you for so many years, you'll realize how small he is. Almost that you were attached to a ghost for so many years. Still with me?
I'm here.
I know it's a lot.
Yeah.
Normally I would have taken like an hour to talk to you about this if we were sitting together. I know it's a lot.
I know. Yeah. And
it's like, here's a full large pizza. Eat the whole thing in 13 minutes. Go. Right. I get that.
Yeah.
It's a lot to digest.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think that's the path. It's less about, should I tell her this or should I tell him that? The question is, who do I want to be? Who am I going to be? And what kind of actions are going to get me to that kind of person?